Ted Moore reports.
For years, the system of tunnels and shafts has harboured a small population of wild horses.
What's up, YouTube? Hello. So, I've finally got my voice back. You can hear probably it's still a bit croaky. And this is after, well, I'm in my 4th week of being ill now. I had flu, which started on Boxing Day. And it was really bad. I was knocked out for 2 days completely. On the 3rd day, I rose again. No, on the 3rd day, I felt slightly better actually, but I think that's just because I took paracetamol all day, which sort of kept my temperature down. But by the evening, my breathing was so bad, I ended up calling an ambulance, went to hospital, etc. You hopefully have seen the videos, or you can go and see a couple of videos I did from hospital. So I'm a lot better, but not there yet. Thank you for the messages, the well-wishing messages. And right, I'm going to bang on with Dave Allen. 2 more parts. This is the penultimate Dave Allen on life. Good to be back in the saddle, and I've got my new exciting swivelly chair now. It's exciting. Got that for Christmas. And anyway, enough of me. Let's dive literally right in.
It's not only people that cause stress, but there are places that cause stress, things that cause stress. The bathroom, I suppose, is perhaps one of the most stressful places. Toothpaste tubes. Have you ever come across toothpaste tubes? People don't put the top on, and it congeals, and it just sits there, and you're the one that gets it, and you're going, oh, Christ. And suddenly, in the mirror, there's got to be a lodge on it. The soap. You've seen a soap in a pool of water. How about that for stressfulness in the house? Looks like a decomposing scallop. Or the stinking flannel, which goes very beautifully with the damp, soggy towel which is thrown in the corner. Have you ever sat on the loo reading the paper? And the blind suddenly goes... One of the things I love to do, I love to bath. I mean, I actually do love to bathe. I love to languish is the word. I really do. I just love to sit in a bath. I listen to music, and I kind of peruse, I think about material, I think about gags, I think about life in general, and it's wonderful. And I never get out of a bath. I don't actually want to leap out of a bath when I'm finished. I like to kind of let it hang on. What I do, I get the plug with my toes, and I pull it out with my toes. And then as the water recedes, I slightly like to go down with it. Just to see how long I can stay there without... The worst thing in the world is to pull the plug, and nothing happens. It's like a kind of stagnant pool with me in it. The water doesn't go anywhere. And I have to go to the plug hole. And you go... Oh, Jesus Christ. A wadge of hair. Have you come across that? And it's never yours. It's always everybody else's. And it comes out like the monster from the deep. You go, and you always try to flick it into the lavatory. You always, and you miss. It hits the wall. What is it? I mean, why can't the young, in a sense, why can't the young people in the world, why can't they clean the bath when they finish it? They can't even pick up a hint. I said to my son a couple of years ago, I said, you know, we have one of the oldest baths in the world. He said, really? How do you know, Daddy? I said, I count the rings. And I cleaned the bath. I cleaned the bath. I mean, I didn't when I was young, but I do now. And I've tried to teach my own children that when you've had a bath, clean it out for the next person. Because you know what it's like when you go into a bathroom and there's that big grimy thing. I get out of the bath, I clean the bath. I go back for another bath, the grime is there. And I go through this kind of question. I'll say to my daughter, I said, do you have a bath? No, Daddy, I didn't. You didn't? No, I didn't. And I'll hear myself saying stupid things like, are you sure? And she said, yes, Daddy, I'm sure. I'm 22 years of age. I do know when I take my clothes off. I do know when the bath is full of water. I do know I am capable of recognizing these things. I haven't had a bath. I go to my son. Have you had a bath? Three of us in the house. Nobody's had a bath. Mr. Bloody Nobody lives in our house. Has a bath, makes hundreds of phone calls, empties the fridge, and pisses off. And the great disappearing lavatory paper act. Have you ever come across that? Nobody uses lavatory paper. But it always goes. I've had my children for years. I brought them up, and I'm saying to them, listen, let me explain. Let me explain just very simple physics. The physics of this. When you take something away from something which is large, it diminishes. It gets smaller. Do you understand? And I have them all in the lavatory with me. And I'm saying, look, this is a lavatory roll. Look. And when I start to take bits of paper off, the big piece here begins to get smaller. And they're all saying, dickheads off again. I said, explain it. When you get to the end of it, you'll know there is no paper there because there is a little cardboard roll. That means all the paper has gone. So when you see the roll, you get off your bum, go to the cupboard, and bring back another roll. Because no adult, when you go to the lab, you don't check to see that the paper is there, do you? And you never notice it's all gone until you've finished. Or they've left one sheet. The older you get in life, the more, I suppose, in a sense, intelligent you should be because you've gone through the experiences. The more capable you should be, certainly, with dealing with stress. But there are times when you actually think that you've got stress beaten. And then somebody invents or brings in another development. My pet hate at the moment, my real pet at the moment, junk mail. I suffer from junk mail. Now, who needs it? Who wants it? Who in the name of Christ reads it? I did, to start off with. I was taken in by it. I would pick it all up and I'd go, oh, look at that. Hey, look, I've got a prize. I've got a prize. I've got a prize. Bloody dickhead, I've got a prize. Look at this. Hey, wow-wee. Somebody wants to sell me a book that's worth £10 for 50p. Shit. There's somebody in the south of France with a villa who wants me to share the holidays with them. I think, why are they doing this? I know why they're doing it. They want my money, that's why they're doing it. It's a con. And not only is it a con, but what they actually do is they play on your emotions. They draw your emotions into it. They draw in kind of things like, they show you the wrong side of yourself. They show you greed and avarice, one-upmanship, all those various things. Then they'll play on your kindness and your generosity, and they'll kind of your concern for your family or your fear for your family. I mean, isn't it kind of extraordinary to wake up in the morning and the first piece of junk mail you come across is so enlightening because it comes from a life assurance company, which says, I mean, I read it. It says, "Dear Mr. Allen, do you know that you could die today? By natural causes or by accident. Now, isn't it time that you began to think about your family?" I'm thinking, you arsehole. Why do I want to think about them? I'm dying, for Christ's sake. It's me. Do you know that psychologists tell us that the very act of putting three things through a door have sexual connotations? And that to some people, It's precisely like having sexual intercourse. Well, I have no idea whether that's true or not. But if it is true, it means that I'm being screwed by 20 strangers a day.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Good. So, bathrooms. Yeah. Sort of. The problem with this is it's quite old, and a lot of this stuff's been done, and it's been done a lot. And that's the thing about comedy. Doesn't always age well, especially observational comedy, because there are so many and have been so many observational comics. I like the stuff about the phone bill, you know, making calls, because my dad used to shout at us all the time. Of course, that problem is pretty much gone now. Hardly anybody really has a phone or a phone bill anymore. Well, not people younger than me, or indeed some slightly older than me. Yeah, great. And junk mail, of course, has now turned into junk email. So I suppose that's changed a bit as well. Anyway, thank you. And last part coming up. Don't nobody go nowhere.
Horses without bothering the commuters. The only pest control necessary was performed by the teams of fluffers, who to this day remove clots of hair from the tracks.
See the hair?